Hey there friends, it's Dominique from the Pixie Planner. I am back today with another planner review video. If you watched my previous one, I did a review of the Spaces planner, and I mentioned that over the next few weeks I was going to be introducing you to some planners that you maybe have not heard of to consider for 2020. Now, I am still primarily using my Passion Planner and my Hobonichi Weeks, but over the years of me being in the planner community, I have tried a lot of these planners that I'll be kind of introducing you to, and I think they are just absolutely stunning quality and just fantastic productivity systems. And I am always one who likes to learn of new planners that are out there. So I thought this might be something you'd be interested in over the next few weeks. So let's jump into today's planner. It is the Refresh Weekly Planner from WorkSpacery.com, and I have actually done a video a while back showing my most favorite weekly planners, and I did talk about this one. I believe it was the 2018 one that I had used. I did not get 2019, and I was so excited to see the different cover options for 2020. Plus, Jenna, the creator of this planner, has made a few little tweaks to the goal planning pages, which I absolutely love. So let's first talk about the specs of the planner here. So the dimensions, and I'm going off of what is on the website, we have 6.875 inches wide with 8.5 inches tall, and the thickness is about 1 inch thick. It is a gold wire O binding. It's a nice type of matte gold, and then you have your reinforced edges here as well. Now, in my previous video, I talked about the coil size versus the thickness of a planner and how it drives me nuts when the coil is just massive. And this is one of those that I think is perfect dimensions for the width of the ring as well as the width of the planner. So that way, when writing, it is less just obstructive and it doesn't bother me quite like how maybe like Erin Condren has the big coil compared to the thickness of the planner. Sometimes that really bothers me with my writing, especially when you get to the center of the planner. So this one I think is just a great thickness for the dimension of the wire O here. And this here, I'm gonna talk a little bit about. This year has an option for elastic planner bookmark, and there are 3 cover options, and she does have 3 options that match the cover for the bookmarks themselves. So the planner is $39.95 and the bookmarks are $9.95, and you do get 2 of them in a pack. So I have these bookmarks matching this cover, which this cover is the Kennedy cover. You also have the Mila cover, which is a rose colored floral pattern, absolutely gorgeous. And then Ellis, which is her more neutral cover option. It's black and it has kind of this check design on it. That was my second option. It was really hard to decide between this one and that Ellis one. But I'm so happy with this cover. It's a nice matte texture, so I can see this being really easy to clean any smudges off of. But opening her up, let's take a look at the inside here. I'm gonna put the bookmark off to the side. We have here standard type of pocket. It does feel a little bit thin, so I would just be cautious putting any items in here. But as far as, you know, a few stickers or receipts, that would hold up absolutely fine. I wouldn't go crazy stuffing it. But we have your nameplate page, then it goes into dates for the 2020 holidays, which I always love to have. I like to highlight the days that I actually have off. I work in the medical field, so I don't get all of the major holidays, but this is a nice kind of quick glance for me to see what I do have off. Then another 2020 at a glance. With pages like this, I like to use clear dot stickers, or I will highlight and kind of code any birthdays, anniversaries that are coming up. So again, I have a quick glance at the year. Then turning the page here, we come into the goal planning. And so she has reworked these pages from previous years, and I really enjoy how she's done so. And so she has here 7 sections that are going to be following. And we have the first one, things to create, focus on, and do more of. The second is hesitations and blocks. Third is reframed as positive outcomes and mantras. Fourth are role models. Fifth, words to live by. 6, ideal life. And 7, intentions from block 1, which would be that first one I went over, that align with your ideal life, from block 6, which is your ideal life that you are writing in. So we have the first block here. We have your second block, the hesitations. Third, reframed as positive outcomes and mantras. Fourth, role models. 5, words to live by. 6, ideal life that you can write out. 7, your intentions that align with your ideal life. So I really love that this is broken up into the 7 different categories, and I'm not going to read through all of them because it would take forever, but you can see here that there is a little bit of a description of how to go ahead and do those sections. So really love that it's very clean looking, it's not too busy, it's very quick and to the point. And so I really appreciate goal planning pages like that. And then that follows up with some lined blank pages. So in this planner, you have tons of note pages. It's kind of like a notebook and planner in one. And I appreciate that so much because sometimes I have to carry a separate notebook with me so that way I can kind of organize my lists a little bit more so they're not getting, lost in my planner or taking up too many of the pages in my planner. So I'll show you even more note pages are in the back, but flipping past these, she includes December 2019. So this is a 13-month planner, and I really appreciate that she includes December because I don't know about you, but I am very impatient when it comes to starting my new planner for the year, and this really makes me so happy. So you've got the December month, and this will go ahead and start November 25th and so on through December. But before I get too far in here, let's take a look at the monthly view. So for the size of this planner, which is so portable, I think that she did a great job making use of the box space. There isn't too much wasted space. There's definitely none down below. Up top, just enough so you've got a nice bold month there. And then you have a section where you can write out your monthly goal. On the right, as you see, a little bit of a note space. Then you have the previous month as well as the following month here. She does include holidays written at the bottom of each box, and I just really love the clean, simple design of this. This has always been one of my favorite planners for just the cleanliness and simplicity. And I just really love the font that she's used. And another thing to point out, you will see the tabs here, which by the way are coated and super sturdy. These are going to hold up really well. But you could see that the tabs are different colors every quarter. So you have your January, February, March, and this nice smoky blue. You then have the second quarter and this nice kind of sagey green. It's pale sage green. Then you have a beautiful lilac purple, and then a gorgeous, just soft gray. So this is a wonderful way for me to visualize the quarters, and I appreciate that instead of having, solid tabs or alternating colors, I really appreciate that she has it separated in quarters. And I like to do my goal planning quarterly as well. So this just kind of makes sense to my brain. But past the month here, we come into the weekly pages. And right away, what I absolutely love is that each day has the same exact amount of space. So Saturday and Sunday, which is often neglected in planners, it has the same amount of space as the other days. You have a nice note section, and she has it titled Action Steps this week because you're taking action towards the goals that you're setting. And then you have a spot at the top right for gratitude. And I always appreciate when a planner includes a section for gratitude in the weekly or daily spot, because I think it's just so important for us to always keep that positive outlook, even when we're having one of the worst weeks. It's always good to keep gratitude in mind. So as you can see here, and I'll come a little closer, we have on the left side here, we have an AM and a PM spot. And then on the right, you have your task list. And I really enjoy that she has your timed section available for you to go ahead and write in your time, but also that task list, because I am definitely someone who loves a to-do list, and you kind of have the best of both worlds. Even though this is a small timed area, I find that for the majority of people, this could work really well because, a lot of us don't necessarily have a ton of appointments every single day. So I think this is a nice amount of space for those events and appointments for the day. And then you can see here at the top right on the 28th of November, there's the holiday for Thanksgiving. So the holidays will also be on your weekly page. So as I mentioned, December being included in here is just a great addition. So you can get started right away. You don't have to wait till January, and you've got the whole month of December. And then at the very end, you have just a blank note page on the back, which is lined. Then you go into your first divider, which is January, as you can see. And right away, it flips to the month. Previously, when you flipped over, it came to a blank note page, and then you would have to turn again to go to the month. So I love that she made that change for it to turn automatically to the month. So huge fan of that. It kind of drives me a little bit nuts when planners have the tab going just to a note page, and then you have to turn again for the actual month. And then let me just quickly show you here each of the tabs. We have February and March looking the same with that smoky blue. Then going into that sage green for April, May, and June, and July. And I love, again, that it's just very simple. It's not busy with a ton of quotes. I do appreciate quotes. I like to look at them, but really I don't spend my day just, flipping through all the quotes. So it's kind of unnecessary to me. So I do appreciate that it's just very simple how she has each of the dividers. Then at the very back, you come to December 2020. And let me go to the very end here. And this is where your note pages start. So it ends on January 3rd. You turn the page, and then you have all of this for note pages. And I mean, like I mentioned, it's kind of like a notebook and planner in one. I absolutely love that you have plenty of writing space. So even if you don't have enough room in a weekly spread, you have plenty to work with in the back for dailies. And she has a nice faint drawn in box here at the top, so you can write in your day and your date, pretty much however you would like to use these pages. So at the very back, we do not have a pocket. So the pocket is just in the very front of the planner. But overall, I think that this is just such a wonderful quality planner. And actually, I don't think I mentioned the paperweight. So the paperweight online says that it is 106 pounds, which would be 157 GSM. And I know in the past when I've used her planner, I have not had any issues with bleed through or, much ghosting at all. I don't want to write in this one. I usually would do a pen test. I don't want to write in this one because I may be gifting this to a friend. But again, the paper quality is very smooth. It's nice and thick feeling. You should not have any problem with any of your standard pens. Sharpie, just like anything else, is one of those that would be kind of more problematic for the paper. So that is a quick look at the Refresh Weekly Planner for 2020. I think it's awesome that they also have the bookmarks that you can purchase to match your cover of choice. And I do have an affiliate link that I will leave down below. I have mentioned in my previous video that the affiliate links I have for these planners, I am going to be putting any proceeds towards donating at my local animal shelter, and I would greatly appreciate it if you would use the link if you are considering purchasing one of these planners. So I will have that information down below for you. But as always, I appreciate your guys' support so much, and I will see you again soon in my next video. Bye.